I solemnly swear that I will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Hi, everyone. Ron here from The Truth About Addiction. Today's podcast, we have a special guest, and I say that often, but I really mean this. This is a person that I got a lot of respect for, and I just think he's a great human being. Nathan grew up in the Sydney western suburbs in a world of gangs, drugs, violence. Spent 12 years in and out of prison, battled addiction for most of his young life. Then in one of the darkest places imaginable, he picked up a paintbrush and everything changed. Today, Nathan is an internationally renowned artist, and people miss that point. Nathan painted some really beautiful stuff. I'm blessed enough to have a couple of his paintings. Welcome to the show, Nate. For our listeners who don't know you yet, can you give us a quick intro of who you are and what you do today, mate? What you do today is important to me.
Who I am today and what I do. Yeah, so I'm a dad and an artist today. I guess my life didn't start out like that, I went through all the addiction, the crime, the gangs, the violence and all that shit. And I found painting in jail. Although I don't know, everyone thinks they're good when they're doing something. I thought I was good at the time, but when I look back, I can see I wasn't that good. But I just kept practicing and teaching myself, I guess, to paint. And then I found something that I loved, and I got out and I did everything I could to make that work as a job, so that I was doing something that I loved in life. Yeah, it was hard at first. I had a lot of there was a lot of time there. I think it took me like months, 3, 4, 5 months just to sell a painting for $80. And that was to a friend. It wasn't even one of my paintings. She wanted me to paint something that she wanted, But yeah, I kept trying and stuck at it, and eventually I broke through and got with some galleries and around the world and started selling a lot of art. Had a daughter, still got my stepdaughter as well. Everything changed, yeah. Everything became art and my kids.
So you believe art saved your life?
100%, yeah.
It's not hard to work out, mate. I've been off the gear now for 40 years. And I've got 43-year-old twin daughters.
Yeah,
My kids gave me a reason to live.
yeah, 100%.
Because I know your story well, and I say it all the time. Why I was so dangerous was because I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck if you killed me. I didn't care if you killed me. You put me in misery. I remember the coppers put a gun in my head
Yeah.
one day when I'd been pissed from being an escapee, and they got me and they put the gun in my head and said, "What are we going to do with you?" And I said, "Fucking blow me head off and put me out of my misery." I wasn't being a tough guy. I really meant it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I didn't give a fuck, mate.
Yeah,
We survived,
yeah. It's get high or die. Like that the things in my head. Like, you can either put a bullet in my head or you can give me your shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's what we used to survive because we thought we were, as we talk about my wife's company, the Two Wolves. We talk
Yeah.
about that, the positive and the negative, the thoughts, the yin and yang, whatever you want to call it. I call it the Two Wolves. And I was blessed by you a long time ago. You sent me a painting and we just met each other and you sent me this painting and it's fucking Ned Kelly with a magpie and a cockatoo. And Ned Kelly's eyes are fucked up, and you didn't really even know about my story of the Two Wolves I tell all the time.
Yeah,
And see, I believe in crazy shit, like nothing's by accident,
yeah,
And I don't understand it. I don't know if there's a God or who God. I believe there's some power greater than us. I don't know what the fuck it is. So, a couple of things today. Your art. I love the stuff you do. I've collected art my whole life, really. And I've been lucky enough to know Brett Whiteley, who was pretty crazy,
yeah,
and Brett was in a lot of pain. He ended up by Odin and dying up in the Blue Mountains in some little shitty fucking motel, and he was worth millions
yeah.
and he couldn't get clean, and for you, you've got clean. I know you're clean. I see stupid comments on fucking social media. Nathan's on it. No, he's fucking not.
Yeah. I know, it's weird. It's like when I used to be on it, no one hardly said it to me. And as soon as I get clean, everyone's like, fuck, he's on something. He's on something. But it's just who I am. It's just my personality,
High on life.
Yeah. I do stupid shit. I don't care. Like, I'm not hurting anybody.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. So since you released, you became an award-winning artist and you exhibit Australia, Europe, North America, Asia. How does it feel considering where you came from? Like, it's a bit surreal.
It's crazy. Like, that's the kind of shit, like, I'd be trying to look up in jail because they wouldn't help me. Like the screws, the education lady, because they didn't have an art thing anymore. She just used to print stuff off for me, and I'd just read up about all these artists and stuff. And now, like, looking back, like I can see similarities, like where I was to where I come from, like to their stories of how they made it. Yeah, it's like a thing. Like when I started, there was I used to search things and think, oh, how long does it take to be an artist? How long does it take to get noticed? You know, they're like saying things online like, oh, 10, 15 years, you know, and you try and get into galleries and stuff. And I was in galleries in like a year, in like 12 months. They seen that it was like feeding like the inspiration. It's like I was inspiring myself, you know, in that journey. And every little success would just push me further to the next success and yeah, just keep me going.
I like your art because it's fucking you.
Yeah.
Simple. Simple.
Yeah.
You know, it's quirky, it's raw, and it's fucking honest.
Yeah.
I've been blessed enough to have a lot of famous artist paintings, and my whole house is full of art. Like every room in my house is full of art. And as I said to you off camera, you know, I'm gonna do one for my daughter and one for my son because I think it's important that people understand there's an emotional connection to art.
Yeah.
I never buy to resell. I buy because I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
So today we're gonna touch on the wild man in the room. I love that post you did of the skipping, mate. I actually, you know, you got to be careful. I'm an old man. I have a heart condition. That
Yeah.
one got fucking the gaydar went off and it got me badly. Like my wife's undies on 3 hours later. You know, what I mean? It was man. That was one of the better ones, buddy. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
that was so fucking funny.
But I thought it was AI when someone sent it to me, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Nah, bro, you're just feeding me shit. You're like feeding me shit to fucking get views." Like,
Yeah, it was, mate. It was the best. I fucking pissed myself laughing.
yeah,
Yeah. I said to V, I said to my wife, "Come and look at this." I said, "He's fucking mad." She's laughing. So you got a fight on the 29th of August at Yeppoon?
yep, yep.
You're looking well.
Oh,
You look
thanks.
well.
Yeah, yeah. I'm probably fitter than I've ever been, to be honest. Like I think, yeah, I was, you know, when you fight in the street, they don't go that long.
Yeah.
So most of my life, you didn't have to be that fit to have a fight. But then, yeah, and I thought the same thing when I fought Sonny back in January. I was like, I had 2 weeks to prepare. I was like, yeah, that's long enough, whatever, you know. And I ended up going for 7.5 minutes. I was dead. Like I was dead. I was dead after a minute. I was like, fuck. I was just going on fumes. Like, I've been doing cardio since then. Like stopped the weights and stuff. But yeah, noticed a big difference.
Well, I don't know if you know, I was an ex-fighter. You know, I was an amateur boxer. I
Yeah,
fought, but you know, I wasn't too bad, and I learned a lesson as a kid. Fitness is 80% of the fight,
yeah,
and
yeah,
20% of ability.
yeah,
You know, like
yeah. That's it, eh?
Jeff Bennick wasn't the greatest boxer in the world, but he was the fittest bastard I've ever seen, Jeff, you know?
Yeah,
You know, I went to America and watched him fight Azuma Nelson, and I seen him just throw punches for 3 minutes, for 12 rounds. Just fucking put Azuma in the corner, just punch, 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 punch. And, you know, he got ripped off in that decision, but he got it back, you know, a couple of years ago, they gave it back to him until they reviewed it, and
oh yeah,
I went to fight, and there was a big behind me, big motherfucker, you know, and he had 2 bodyguards with me, and
yeah,
he heard and he said, it was the MGM Grand in Vegas. He goes, "Hey, you from Australia, boy?" And I go, "Yeah," and I wear a medallion around my neck. It's just a symbol. It's a symbol of NA, recovery.
yeah,
And he
yeah,
went, "Nice medallion," and I looked around, he had one that fucking big, you know, like, full of diamonds and everything. And I said, "Yeah, thanks, mate." And he goes, "Your boy can't win." And me being me, I said, "He'll smack his ass."
uh,
And he said, "You're not listening, son. Your boy can't win." He said, "Don King's guys are in there betting on the draw," and it was a draw.
yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was yeah. But, yeah, Jeff was super fit. Costa Zoo was super fit. You know, I was lucky enough to hang out with some great world champions, you know, right back to I'm so old, mate, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah. You know, Johnny Famishon, I sparred with Johnny Famishon as a kid, you
oh,
know,
yeah,
on a Rose and all those guys, and, you know, mate, I love the fact that people don't understand how much it takes to get into the ring.
yeah, yeah.
You
100%.
a lot of courage. There's no backup
Yeah,
in there.
nah. And all
There's
the
no
training that goes into it, like people just see people in the ring, and even if they get finished in 1 minute, like the shit that got them to get there, like it's a lot of work.
you win the fight before the fight.
Yeah, in the
Honestly,
gym.
you
Yeah,
fight in the gym. The 1%ers, the last 10 seconds, just punch the bag. Your arms are burning. You just keep
yeah,
punching. The last 10 seconds, you just come home really strong. Because that's what the judges remember, the last 10 seconds,
Well,
you know?
I hope it gets to the last 10 seconds. Because have you seen Max Holloway point to the
Yeah.
center in the UFC? Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Hopefully, if he's still there with 10 seconds to go, let's go, brother.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. Just come back in here. Let's go.
Yeah.
Go. So is it a 1 minute, is it one round or
Nah, 3 3-minute rounds.
that's a long time.
Yeah. It's under professional rules, so it's a professional like bout. Yeah.
Oh, good stuff. Because, as I said, I'm coming up. I'm coming up to watch it.
Yeah.
Not to watch it, fucking give you a few fucking yells out. Hit him
Yeah.
in the balls. Hit him in the Yeah. But no, mate, I'm really looking forward to it, mate. I love your journey. I love what you're doing. I love the way your child, your
Yeah.
children, but as I said, my little girl's 7 today. She's my whole fucking world. I'm 72
Yeah.
soon, and I've got a
Yeah.
7-year-old, 11-year-old, and I'm the best father I've ever been
Yeah.
because I'm
Yeah,
clean.
that's what I feel like with my kids. Yeah, like I go out of my way to do everything, like to be the best dad.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Yeah,
I say it all the time, mate. No one eats before my children.
yeah, that's it, eh?
And I'd go back to the
People think we act like kids, like big kids, but like you get that off them,
yeah. Yeah, my
and then
missus
it
got a
stays with me when they're not with me. It stays with me, so I'm just still a big kid.
yeah,
Like
100%, mate.
my art actually changed when my daughter was coming. So I was painting abstract paintings, and I was still painting a little bit like this, but not as, I guess you could say, childish or childlike as I do now. And then when my daughter came, or when we found out we're having a daughter, like my art really changed, and it really went into that like more childlike. And it's like I got into my head as a kid, and I started painting like that. And that's actually when I started to get with like heaps of galleries and get exhibitions and win art prizes. And yeah,
Yeah.
so they really brought it out of me.
I've talked to you before, and we will later on, we'll talk more about it off screen or when we're together having a coffee somewhere. My wife owns a clothing kit brand,
Yeah,
and it's a positive clothing brand. It's not fucking gangster. We're changing the narrative on gangster. Gangster's going to work and putting food on the table for your fucking kids. You know, gangster's been a good example.
yeah,
Gangster is,
yeah,
mate,
100%.
when you don't want to train and training.
Yeah,
Eating correctly, teaching our children. My little boy's a soccer player. I teach him, you've got to eat proteins, you've got to eat carbs. Before the game, I make him eat porridge with honey and banana. So he's
yeah,
got a bit of
nice.
slow carbs. Then I make him
Yeah.
I encourage him through my example. We have an ice bath after we've trained, So now we're doing some recovery and we got to sleep. So we do it through example. And they just said, my kids keep me young, mate.
Yeah, that's it. My dad, like I've trained since I was a little kid. Like started football when I was like 6 or something, but like with weights and just normal like basic training since I was about 11 or 12 because my dad always trained and he still trains now. Like he's 68 or something. He still trains now. When people ask me, oh, how long you been training? How long does it take to get this? I'm like, bro, I've been training since I was a kid. Like it's just part of my life, Like I just got that off my dad.
Yeah, well, I went through that cancer fight a couple of years ago, and the doctor said to me, all your training all your life is paying you back now,
Yeah, nice.
because my recovery's been really good. I've beaten the cancer. I'm having shoulder reconstruction next Wednesday because I was doing weights out in the gym and I've tore the bicep off the bone. I'm 72 in a couple of months.
Yeah,
I hope I never stop training. I get out of the pool with my kids, do somersaults in the pool, and my missus, she's a couple of months younger than me. She's 36, and she just shakes her head. She goes, you're off your fucking head, like, are you serious? My mate said to me, why don't you retire? I say, and do what?
do what? When I'm
Sit on the
dead, yeah.
sit on the couch, get a big fat face like that and whinge about how fucked life is. No,
Yeah.
no.
Like me, I couldn't imagine retiring. Like I need to do things. That's what's so great about art. Like I can paint until my last breath. Like so I can work. So it's not work.
You remember Pro Heart? The
Yeah.
Aussie painter?
Yeah.
Well, Pro, mate of mine, give me 1 second.
Now that we're alone, guys, no.
Pro painted me a Bible because he was a funny
Yeah.
bugger. And he used to do little paintings on Bibles.
Yeah.
He'd give them out to his friends, and he painted me this Bible. And it was really funny. And he said, at the time I was pinched waiting to go for trial. Is in 2003, I should say. And we're sitting having a coffee down at Mooloolaba, and Pro said to me, his wife said, oh, Ronnie, we're praying for you. And I started laughing. I said, look, no disrespect. I said, but God's got enough on his hands without worrying about me. And they all started laughing at, mate, Pro Hard painted right up until he passed.
Yeah.
And something he said to me, I'll never forget it. He said, the only difference between now and when I first started painting Ronnie, he said, today when I hit a kangaroo at Broken Hill, I'm in a Rolls Royce, not in an old Commodore.
Yeah.
You know? He's just he was so down to earth. We'd be down there at Mooloolaba and it's on the beachfront, and all the young girls would be walking past, and Pro Art would say to me, you know, I look at these girls from an artistic point of view. You know, he's just been, so you're just a pervert, you know? There it is there. I've just realised I knew it somewhere.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, yeah. And he wrote something really nice, and he wrote this, mate. This is what he wrote. To Ron, the painting featured on the cover of this Bible will one day turn to dust, but God's word and our friendship last for an eternity. Pro Heart.
Yeah,
It's
nice.
so nice, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And where we came from, people just don't understand. Not everyone gets out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not everybody
Most of us
breaks.
don't, yeah.
Not everybody breaks that cycle, mate.
Yeah.
So we're blessed. You know, and it's not by coincidence. I believe for myself, the stuff you're doing in your art, helping people. I really
Yeah,
do. I
for
believe
sure.
it's bringing joy, and it's giving you a fucking future that you can pass on to your children. That's what it's all about, legacy.
Yeah, 100%.
I
Yeah, I
don't
get
really,
lots of people, like former inmates or addicts and stuff, that message me and tell me they picked up painting because they seen me painting, you know, and they love it. And yeah, it's good.
you're very
Or
clever,
even
but
schools, like when schools send me their stuff, sometimes schools would do my work as a subject, and I get to
that's
see
nice.
all the kids painting, like high schools or primary schools, and they'll show me all the works and that, you know. They're all there painting my dinosaurs and that. I love it. And at school, like seeing my art, you'd love that as a subject
Yeah,
rather than,
exactly.
you know, trying to paint the Mona Lisa or something like that. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I actually went and seen the Mona Lisa. I went to Rome and looked at all that stuff, and because that's the funny part. People don't see how deep we really are. They see us fucking around, and they see us taking the piss, but there's another
yeah,
side to it. As
yeah,
far as we are out there, we're also in there. You know, we're a lot deeper than what people think. And that's why I posted about you the other week saying, like, you guys just don't fucking get it at all. You
oh,
see this when really, or what's really happening is down here, with our family and our friends, the people that are closest and the people that love and respect us, you know, you know, I I love what you're doing, mate. I love your social media stuff. I love your art. I love the fact how passionate you are about your children. And I also
yeah,
know I love loyalty. You're a really fucking loyal person.
yeah,
When I had that fundraise for that little girl a couple of years ago now, and I contacted her, said, "Mate, I want a painting for, this little girl." He was like, "Yeah, mate, what do you want?"
yeah,
And I
done.
said, "If her favorite color's pink, you done me a beautiful galah."
Yeah,
And that girl's got one of the rarest diseases in the world,
yeah,
you know? But people don't see that. All they see is our past. It pisses me off. Not
yeah.
it makes
I
sense?
know. Could you see? Yeah, you get a lot of it in the comments. It's, oh, mate, go get a job, do this. I think, what the fuck? Like, so you just judge me off a 10-second clip online.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And my
Go get a
online stuff is a bit
job.
like the two wolves. Like I've got my art, which is like the good wolf, and then I'm cheeky. Like I've still got that side of me where that's why I put it on the other page. It's like, oh, he
Yeah,
wants to speak now. Let's go on that page.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But you know what? Everyone's got the two wolves. They're just too cowardly to express it.
yeah, yeah, for
Honestly,
sure. Yeah,
I,
yeah. Especially these days, like you can't show the bad.
mate, if people knew what goes on in my brain, they'd lock me up.
Yeah,
But the good part is we've learned to control it. We've learned to understand it. It's just a thought or it's just a feeling, and it
yeah,
passes, and we go with what we've got to do.
yeah,
You know? I know for a fact that if I hadn't have got off the drugs and I hadn't have broken that cycle of prison, I would never have got out of prison.
yeah. Same.
I would never have got out, mate, because I didn't like myself or care about myself enough.
Yeah,
You know, we talked off camera. I didn't, and I always say the one who cares the least has the most power. That's in
yeah,
every relationship. You know,
yeah,
when I went to Nick as a kid, I went to Pentridge as a 17-year-old, little blonde, pretty boy, blonde hair and blue eyes. But they used to shave your head since you went to the Nick in the old days. And
yeah,
and you get your fucking pedophiles, and looking across, and I sort of made it very clear, you might be able to hold me down and rape me, but I'll fucking kill every
yeah.
one of you. I'll kill you in front of
Aye.
them. I'll queue you in front of the governor. I don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
you know? And that's what kept me going. It kept me alive and kept me my whole life. It's always been like, I don't like bullies. I never have.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never liked
Yeah.
bullies and I've never walked away either.
Yeah.
You know, I won't walk away. That's why, I love that old New Zealand guy that had they got him on social media. I think Tonksy or someone. I can't remember who done the interview with him. He goes, "Nah, Nathan Paddison, he didn't give a
Oh, yeah.
fuck about
AJ.
anybody." Yeah. Yeah. The funny part is, Goulburn was the killing fields, and in the 70s, I asked to go to Goulburn because there was no heroin there because it was so far away, no one would come for visits.
Yeah.
I actually asked. I went to Classo,
Yeah.
and they said, "Well, what are you doing?" I said, "Can I go to Goulburn?" And they all shit themselves. I said, "What?" I said, "Can
Yeah.
I go to Goulburn?" And I went back up to Goulburn. I lived in C Wing for years just as a sweeper,
Aye.
and to
Yeah.
me, tigers and lions, the thing that scared me the most about me was me.
Yeah.
That was the thing that scared me the most about me.
Yeah,
Fucking me,
same.
'cause
I know what you mean. And it's not even like that's why I don't live in Sydney or near friends. I just live where my daughters are, and it's just me. And like, I'm a little bit socially awkward. Like, I'm not online. Like, in front of a camera, I'm fine. But when I'm in front of people, I'm very shy. I don't know if it's like got anything to do. Like, when you get out of jail and you think everyone's judging you, and
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's like that feeling I get, sort of. But because I know the way I react and I know like things can change my life in like a couple of seconds, like if something happens
Yeah,
and it's
I
hard,
understand.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I
just
did
your
not
reactions. Hey?
when I got out this time, I went in 2000. I got pensioned in 2002, and I got out in 2012. In that period of time, the whole world changed. Social media came on,
Yeah.
phones came on,
Touch
computers.
screens.
Yeah, everything just changed. The whole world changed.
Yeah.
And I remember I got in a car and I went to the shopping centre and I went to get out and the fucking boom gate was there, but there was no one there to pay. And the guy goes, "Oh, no, you gotta go back to the machine."
Yeah. Oh, fuck
And I
that.
got cars behind me.
Yeah.
And I said, "Listen, mate, open the fucking gate or I'm gonna fucking drive through it." Mate, I couldn't cope. People don't understand that.
Yeah.
It wasn't that I was being a tough guy. I felt really pressured. I couldn't handle I still don't like going to the shopping centre.
Yeah.
It took me probably 8 months to be able to go and buy clothes. A girl ended up by taking me shopping and buying me clothes. I like buying it on the internet now and just fucking get it delivered.
Yeah. And Two Wolves delivers.
T-Wolf always delivers, mate. T-Wolf,
Yeah.
mate, I really appreciate you doing that clip for me too, mate. That was beautiful.
Nah, you're right.
Yeah. No, I do, mate, because in giving we receive, and we know that.
Yeah, that's
I'm
it.
really I'm a really kind person, but if someone treats me like a fuckwit, the other black wolf really quickly, and it's like,
Yeah.
Don't mistake my kindness for fucking weakness, you know? I might be old, but I ain't fucking dead yet, you know? Yeah, mate. I love it. I love what you're doing, mate. I'll go back to what I'm supposed to do is this. I knew this was gonna happen. That's what I said to you. I got these fucking running sheets, and I said, "We won't be doing this shit," you know? Where can people find your art and follow your journey or see your work in person, mate? That's a really important question.
Best place, because a lot of my art goes overseas. Like most of it goes overseas. But if you like my Instagram's the easiest, Nathan Paddison art.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the easy, like, to see most of it, because a lot of the better ones that I put up, like, they don't make it to online or to the gallery. Like, someone will buy them before they get there.
Yeah.
So if you want to see the all of them, yeah, my Instagram's the best place. Facebook, I've got the same account, Nathan Paddison Art.
All right, cool.
But my galleries sell my art. In Australia, I represent myself. So if people contact me in Australia, I deal with them. But otherwise, yeah, there's no in that.
So if no one knows Nathan Paddison's art, do yourself a favor and go on and fucking check it out because I'm serious. He's extremely talented, but also an extremely good artist. He's a fucking good artist. And if you don't believe me, fucking the proof's in the pudding. My
Yeah,
house is full of. I've got commissioned pieces from from all every piece I own. I know the artist by it. That's one thing for sure.
yeah,
I have to have an emotional connection with the artist, and I
yeah,
don't get. I could have bought Brett Whiteley paintings for nothing when he was using heroin, and I refused to
yeah,
buy it. I wasn't going to help him use.
yeah,
And all our mates were buying it, and blokes I know were swapping him heroin for it. And I just said it's a shit action. Don't do that.
yeah,
I like seeing people get clean. I like seeing people win. And I
yeah,
like dads, and I like it being good. You know, mate, I'm a productive member of society. I'm not that keen on society. There's a
Yeah.
lot of graft out there, but for the good people, I'll do anything, mate.
Yeah,
All
same.
right, here's a question, mate. Okay, here we go. Do you still feel like you're fighting people's perception of you, or has the art been rewritten your story for you?
Oh, for the most part, yeah. I think my art has mostly overseas, but because a lot of people in Australia know me from TikTok or my other account. But to be honest, I don't feel like I'm fighting their perception because I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care anymore, Like people that know me or that put in the time that want to know me know about my art. And if they don't, like, yeah, I can't change people's personalities or judgmental people. So fuck them.
Yeah, exactly. That's my
Yeah, my
attitude, mate.
kids are happy. I'm happy.
Yeah. If you don't like me, go to another cafe, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to stay,
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, 29th of August, Yeppoon.
Let's go.
It's a good card. I checked it out.
Yeah.
I'm coming up. I'll have my arm in a sling. I don't give a fuck. I'm still coming up. As I said to you, mate, we'll have a chat off screen later about other stuff. But, mate, look, Nathan Paddison, you're a gentleman. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. You're a kind human being, which is a really, really good trait.
Thanks, mate.
If people want to judge us from our past, it's like breaking into a house we used to live in. We're not there anymore.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you know what the weird thing I think about that is most people that haven't been to jail or don't have a record is because they never got caught. But the ones that got caught and did the punishment for it get judged more than the ones that didn't.
There's a lot of people out there, mate, that fucking done a lot
Yeah.
worse crimes than us. Don't worry about that. So I sort of believe in karma.
Yeah, same.
And
I got it tattooed on me.
if you had a scale, I've done a lot more fucking good than I have bad. I've helped a lot more people than I've harmed.
Well, I'm getting there. I'm still early, but I'm getting there.
Yeah. How old are you now, Nath?
I'm 21. No, I'm 43. I turned 43. I always say I'm 21, but yeah, I'm 43.
Yeah, if any of the girls watching, this is Nathan's.
Yeah. My stepdaughter, she always tries to trick me. She always, how old are you? No, but seriously, she always tries to get me to say 43.
Yeah.
Like
My
21,
daughter
21.
bald. She goes, Dad, you're bald. I say, I'm not bald. She goes, Dad, you're bald. And I say to her, that's from the referee going like that all the time. Winner, when I was
Yeah.
boxing. Yeah. Mate, been beautiful talking to you, Nath. Always love catching up, mate. I support you, anything I see on social media, try to like it and share it and comment, because that's what mates do. They fucking support each other.
Yeah, that's it,
Yeah.
eh?
I never want to bring a mate down. I want to see people, especially people like us that came from places where other people got no idea. They don't know about the
Yeah.
demons that they go through.
Yeah.
Fucking laying in cells, mate. I've laid in cells crying.
Yeah.
Not because of the tigers and lions. I'm not scared of tigers and lions. I was scared of the people that I left behind. That's what broke my heart more than anything else.
The people outside, eh?
Yeah. They're the ones that do it
Yeah.
really tough. They're the ones that do it. So Nathan Paddison, from The Truth About Addiction to Wolf's Clothing, we appreciate you, we see you, and we support you, mate.
Thank you. Thank you, one.
I solemnly swear that I will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.